Good afternoon. I'm Erica Sargent.
And I'm Rob Johnson. Not guilty on all charges. That's the verdict today for 3 Chicago officers who'd been accused of trying to cover up the shooting death of Chicago teenager Laquan McDonald.
We have live team coverage of the decision, including emotional reaction. We begin with Roseanne Tellez, who was in the courtroom when the judge announced her decision. Roseanne.
Well, Erica, tears of joy from some supporters of those officers in the courtroom, but for others, well, there were gasps. For many, this was really a case about the police code of silence, but for this judge, it was about honest mistakes. Officers Thomas Gaffney, former officer Joe Walsh, and former detective David March all appeared stoic early on, but the judge gradually picked apart the state's case. Prosecutors said that officers lied about Laquan McDonald lunging at Chicago police officer Jason Van Dyke before he fired the 16 shots.
The recovered videos do not show the vantage point of Van Dyke, Walsh, or others who were either facing or to the side of McDonald. It is borne out in the video that McDonald continued to move with the knife in his hand after he fell to the ground. This is not proof of a conspiracy, official misconduct, or obstruction of justice beyond a reasonable doubt. This court finds that the state has failed to meet its burden on all charges. Therefore, there is a finding of not guilty as to every count and each defendant of conspiracy, official misconduct, and obstruction of justice.
For the 3 officers shown here leaving the Layton criminal court, it is a huge weight lifted off their shoulders and a great relief for their families.
Heart-wrenching, heartbreaking for my family. A year and a half.
The state failed miserably. Whatever anybody wants to say out there on the streets, whatever the press wants to write about, the truth happened in that courtroom.
Now, prosecutors say the hope is that this case put a crack in the wall of the code of silence. But the judge said that the prosecution's star witness, that police officer Dora Fontaine, who had a different version of events the night Laquan McDonald was killed, was simply, they say her version, not credible. At the Layton Criminal Courts building tonight, Roseanne Tellez, CBS 2 News. Erica?
Okay, thank you, Roseanne.